1. Why are there counterweights on forklifts? A. To ensure the vehicle does not overheat. B. To ensure the vehicle does not cause damage to surrounding structures. C. To ensure the fuel levels in the tank remain stable. D. To ensure the vehicle remains stable whilst lifting loads. Two. Which three of the following best sums up the risks associated with working in small spaces? Note, there are three correct answers for this question. A. Visibility can be poor. B. People are working in close proximity. C. Fumes can build up. D. Work will be slower. Three. Why is it necessary to examine a lifting machine in addition to checking it every day? A. The examination is used to test the knowledge of new operators. B. The examination is only necessary where daily checks have shown faults. C. The examination creates a written record to be used in case of prosecution. D. The examination will catch defects not covered during daily checks. Four. Why is it crucial to check that the carriage's forks are spaced evenly before beginning to lift a load? Note, there are two correct answers for this question. A. To keep the center of gravity high. B. To provide maximum load support. C. To lift the load higher. D. To keep the machine stable. Five. In order to move the forklift between locations, you will be operating it onto a transporter. This loading operation is quite important. Who is in charge of it? A. The forklift operator. B. The driver of the transporter. C. The banksman. D. The vehicle marshal. Six. If the forklift's counterweight approaches any structure closer than a predetermined distance, extra safety precautions need to be taken. How far away is that? A. 750 millimeters. B. 1000 millimeters. C. 300 millimeters. D. 600 millimeters. Seven. What disadvantage does a triplex mast have over a duplex mast? A. It is less safe. B. It decreases lift height. C. It reduces visibility. D. It has a reduced load capacity. Eight. Which of the following is not a duty all employees must take on under the Health and Safety at Work Act? A. Cooperating with their employer. B. Reporting all serious incidents to the HSE. C. Abiding by and upholding all safety measures and precautions. D. Protecting themselves and others. 9. Which three of the following ways can rainy weather affect forklift operations? Note, there are three correct answers for this question. A. Air temperature cools. B. Ground is softened. C. Traction is reduced. D. Loads become heavier. (10) You will be using your forklift to drive up and down the hill that is your project site. Which method is usually the safest for doing this? A. Keep the heaviest part of the vehicle on the downhill side. B. Use ballast to ensure the vehicle is always heaviest at the back. C. Keep the heaviest part of the vehicle on the uphill side. D. Use ballast to ensure the vehicle weight and load is evenly distributed. (11) Why is a loaded forklift at risk on soft ground? Note, there are two correct answers for this question. A. The vehicle may sink. B. The vehicle engine may get damaged. C. The vehicle may stall. D. The vehicle may tip. (12) Which of the following best sums up the primary risk posed by a forklift's counterweight when operating in a small area? A. Crushing hazard. B. Hazardous fumes. C. Damage to the structure. D. Ignition hazard. (13) True or false, a prison sentence could follow noncompliance with laws or regulations? A. True. B. False. (14) Which three of the following required that the mast lift chains be checked? Note, there are three correct answers for this question. A. Are the chains lubricated? B. Is the tension evenly distributed? C. Are the chains insured? D. Are the chains damaged? (15) The process of lifting loads onto loading out racking is about to commence. Before you start, what do you need to know? A. The upper weight that the racking tower can safely hold. B. What material the racking tower is made of. C. The length of the forklift. D. Whether the load is correctly insured. (16) During a pre-use inspection, a forklift operator is required to perform which of the following tasks? A. Carry out all checks required by the manufacturer. B. Carry out any cosmetic repairs. C. Make a record of the checks. D. Immediately report any defects. (17) Where should the heaviest part of a load be positioned on a forklift for optimal balance and stability? A. Over the front axle. B. Along the sides of the cargo space. C. Over the rear axle. D. In the center of the cargo space. (18) Where should the forklift safety documentation or certification be kept while on site? A. In an easily accessible place inside the vehicle. B. On your person at all times. C. It does not matter, you should never need to consult it. D. In the site cabin. 19. How does one use a rollover protection structure, ROPS frame? A. It protects the load if the forklift rolls over. B. It protects pedestrians if they are struck by the vehicle. C. It protects the operator if the forklift rolls over. D. It protects the operator from falling materials. Why is obtaining a card or qualification beneficial for a plant operator? Note, there are two correct answers for this question. A. It allows them access to better insurance. B. It means they cannot be held legally liable in case of accident. C. It serves as proof of their skills. D. It improves employment and promotion prospects. Prior to taking a break, operators are required to make sure that no one has unauthorized access to their vehicle. Which two actions from the list below are necessary to stop this? Note, there are two correct answers for this question. A. Remove the keys. B. Isolate the vehicle. C. Ensure no unauthorized persons are on site. D. Ensure they remain within sight of the vehicle during their break. Forklift Practice Test. Forklift certification provides an accessible pathway to gaining forklift operation skills, ideal for anyone seeking career growth in an in-demand field. This certification equips individuals with hands-on training to operate machinery safely, opening doors to new job opportunities and professional skill enhancement at no cost. How do I get a forklift certification? Enroll in an Occupational Safety and Health Administration (OSHA-approved) program that provides a structured curriculum with theoretical knowledge on safety, machine operation, and maintenance, along with hands-on experience under instructor supervision. Forklift certification cost. Typically costing $50 to $200, forklift certification boosts operator skills and workplace safety while reducing hazards. This investment also enhances job opportunities and earning potential, supporting career growth.